All right, we back at it, Homegrown Radio. Chuck Dizzle, DJ Head, man, in the building with us right now. A man that doesn't necessarily need an introduction, but we're going to introduce him to the world because he's taking over, doing his thing. One of the homegrown homies. We proud of this man. His album is out right now. We got Kalan.FrFr hanging out, man.
Hey,
how you living, bro? Congratulations,
man,
album's
good.
out.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Now, you were saying before we started, man, you in the studio still recording, man. What kind of like gives you that drive and that motivation? Usually when artists put music out, it's kind of like they can kick their feet up and relax in a sense and kind of say, I got it out. What makes you still say, nah, man, let's ramp up and keep going?
Cause I want to be better than this. Like, gotta work harder if I'm gonna be better. It ain't no reason to have no downtime. If I got beats, I'm gonna work, man. That's what I love to do. I wouldn't rather be doing this than, you feel me, nothing else. And I wouldn't rather do anything else in the world with this. It's easy.
I think what's dope about this release is it's kind of like, I mean, when I say we, I mean like LA, we've been fucking with you, but I think like now it's like an introduction. I'm Kalan to the world, right?
Yeah, okay.
This is what I do, and now you got like the big push. They announced your deal and all of that. And dude, what's the biggest difference that you notice from this release versus the last release from your perspective?
Oh man, like this was like the last release was when I dropped TWOFR, I just threw it out. That was like, let's go TuneCore, it's loaded up. And I ain't looked back since. So like it was just a lot more structure and it was a lot more opportunities, you know. So it just playing out for the best. And like every day is like a learning experience. So I'm learning new stuff every day, like with it and working with a label and stuff like that. So like it's like playing like basketball at the park and then like playing on a team. Like, you know, like on a school team and stuff like that. Like, you feel me? Someone is more serious than the other, of course, all the time. So
what do you feel like the latest lesson that you learned? One of the latest lessons you said you constantly learn something every single day. What was one of the last lessons that you learned?
Definitely you can't be that emotionally tied to the music.
Really?
Yeah, because the music is a business at the end of the day.
And when you go in that meeting, they tear your head off when you get to play.
Yeah, they don't like. Yeah, I know we don't like this one. Damn, that was my favorite one.
Like,
damn.
Like, you sure you don't want to hear it on the other speaker? You sure we can turn it up a little bit?
It's not mixed. Let me play a mixed version of it. Like, you just come up with anything. Let me put somebody on it. Let me
put somebody on it. Like that's gonna change the record,
man.
It's like, do you think that? I mean, but you always been you've been receptive to criticism, like, you know, like I think you open to it. Like you don't there's a lot of sensitive artists. I don't consider you to be sensitive about your shit like that. I think you.
Yeah, no, I just don't show it.
Oh, you just don't.
He like, I'm petty in my head.
Yeah, my feelings be hurt all of there, man. But I just take it with a grain of salt. Let's go ahead. It's business.
Hey man, as long as you're not jumping on, you know, we don't see you on IG or Twitter ranting, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
complaining about your situation, then I think you can keep it level headed. You good.
The fact that people even have an opinion on my music, that means you have to listen. So that's cool with me.
True.
You feel me? You ain't gotta like it. Somebody like it.
Do you think that? I mean, you got an honest bunch of people around you. You know, you don't got like yes men around you like that. So
no, they for sure tell me some shit weak. If it's weak, for sure, they don't have no problem.
Yeah,
they don't got no problem.
I was watching an interview. You said something about how that was always the case. Like even early in your career, when you first started recording, like you had homies that was around. It's like, nah, that ain't it. That's weak. How do you feel like that's been important, along your journey and kind of helping you develop that thick skin?
Because it always just made me want to get better. You know, like, all right, you ain't gotta like this one. You gonna like something eventually. You gonna like something, and I'm gonna keep working. You know, till everybody like it. You know.
So why are you still in your Why are you still in your feelings to this day when something may not work in that fashion for you?
Just because it's like, because I'm a musician and I be having stuff a certain way in my head, and then when it don't play out, you be like, all right, man, we got to do it that way, they way. Okay, for sure. We got to do it this way. But even that, like other people, I'm not the smartest. You feel me? I understand that I don't know what's going on. I'm dealing with people that got, like, you feel me? I have a really good team. Everybody on my team got ranked. So clearly I'm dealing with people that, you feel me, know what they doing. So it's just like, and you can't learn nothing if you always talking. So it's just like, man, I might not always have the best idea. Just because I thought it and it sound good to me don't mean it's gonna make sense to the world. You know, I'm just one person. A lot of heads is better than one. And like when I say like I be in my feelings about it, I don't really be like, man, hell no, like mad, but like I be like, damn, I really like that one. Like, you feel me? Like,
got it.
Like I wish that would have, you feel me? But at the end of the day, bro, I'm with what's gonna help all of us because it's bigger than just me, you know. Yeah. I understand that it's just I might just be a big piece of the puzzle. I'm the focused on piece, but it's like it take more than just me to make all this shit happen. So
yeah, that's good that you know that. And I remember a conversation me and you had on Instagram Live. And you were, I think that's when you was going through the motion. I don't remember if this was during the pandemic. This is like in the beginning of the pandemic. Yeah. And I remember you was working on this project, but then you was going through the motions of trying to figure out how to balance the two, because you had just restructured your whole life, your whole life changed around, right? And became more now, okay, we're not just making music, we're in the music business now, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
So like I remember you trying to balance everything, like with your personal life, your with your team, and then also having to trim the fat, having to get rid of people that probably didn't bring value, or people that was just hanging around, people that would just want to show up to go to the club, or whatever the case may be. Have you figured all of that type of shit out already? Are you past all of that?
No, it's just like that's gonna always happen. What I come to realize, it's gonna always be that, and it's what you allow, and it's gonna be what I make it. You know, like at this point, I keep like I have a solid group of homies. You know, and then even when I was going through it with my other homies, like we still good. It just was, we had some just, you feel me, we had differences in understanding. Like if I'm not finna get into it with nobody that I don't care about.
Yeah.
You feel me? That I don't value their opinion, because it's like, man, if I don't give a fuck about what you think, then I'm not finna, I don't really need to even converse with you, because I'm not gonna care no way how you feel about me. So it's just like, if I care about your opinion, how you value me, I'm the one to come to a median about it eventually. But you feel me? We just agree to disagree. That's still my partner. So, but I'm like, as far as just figuring the like dead weight around, I don't really hang around too many greedy people. Like I'm blessed that I don't really have no people around me that really try to take advantage of the situation. You know, I'd be more of me telling my homies like, man, hell yeah, nigga, you got a photographer. Like they DMing you too. Hell yeah, get you a video shot. Like I'm telling them like, use it, fool. Like do all of this. Use all of this shit to your advantage. Like we gotta have fun with it, because you feel me. We just it's the moment. You know, it don't last forever. We just make the most of it right now while we got it.
I agree.
Now you've been having some incredible moments as of recently, man. I mean, talk about the Billboard. You know what I'm saying? Like having that feeling, because there's a couple of moments that we're gonna definitely get into, but the most recently, man, the Billboard, man. How does that feel to kind of see that?
Man, it was dope. That wasn't my first one, but it was so like I had two of them, and I didn't even notice that they was back to back. I didn't even know you could see it coming from both ways.
Wow.
Yeah, so. And then Nip's Billboard is the next one. So that's incredible to me. You know what I mean? And then having another Billboard on Rosecrans, and you feel me? Like I grew up over there in that area.
Yeah.
Like, my granny stayed over there. So you feel me? My daddy from over there. So it's like you gotta drive down Rosecrans to see it. You gotta drive down Avalon to see it. So it's like that feel good too. I went to school. I went to Dominguez, you know. So like my people are people that really know me. Like it ain't like it's on like Melrose on Fairfax, but people gonna be like, oh, I wonder who that guy is. You feel me? Like I must be a rapper, but like niggas that could be like, nigga, I just seen your bill, can call me and reach me and touch me, like can feel that with me. You feel me? It's not just about me. Like this for everybody, you know. So
you know, I seen a homie Key Richards posted. That's what made me think about it. I'm like, oh damn, he had one up, and then he had posted yours too. Like,
but I've been knowing Key Richards since we was about 10 years old.
Wow, word.
Like, yeah, like just being around, like hanging around the same people, having the same homies and stuff like that. I've been knowing him forever.
Wow.
like literally, like forever. Like used to come, like we used to go to parties and shit like that back in the day. Like, like my boy.
So that's what I'm saying. It's a full circle moment.
It's
so
a
that
full circle, like Wally the Sensei, all of them. We all grew up, all played football together. One Take J, all of us, we've been knowing each other for years. Like all this is coming full circle.
So how does it feel in that moment again to kind of like celebrate with the homies, all of y'all in respective lanes doing your thing and seeing everybody progress at one time?
Man, it's amazing because it's like it's cool because ain't nobody hating on nobody. Everybody doing their own thing. It ain't really too much like politics. People got their politics, but it ain't really too much of it, you know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like
that's one thing we give. Yeah, that's one thing we give to the younger generation is like, man, y'all found a way to not find a way to hate on each other and just support each other's movement, whether it be posting something up, whether it be showing up to the video shoots, doing songs with each other. Keep that same energy because that's the only thing. You guys had a solid foundation of, you know, elevating the hip hop culture out here in LA for sure.
Man, yeah, we just trying to make sure, man. I want everybody to get you feel me, get their shot. Everybody deserve it. You feel me? If you putting in the work and you want it, you feel me, you deserve it. So I can't wait.
I want to dive into this project because I listened to it. I had to run it back like 2-3 times.
Yeah.
And I was listening to it because I'm gonna be so here's the thing, right? And you know, I'm gonna keep it real with you, right? So I'm a fan of Kalan. You know this, we know this already. When I'm listening to was it Two for Real? Was it Two for Yeah. When I'm listening to Two for Real, right? I'm like, oh, this is Kalan. It's you popping shit, you turning up, you talking your shit, you know, you getting at the girls and whatnot. I felt like this project, like, if I'm really being honest about it, like this project was way more personal to me, like than the other stuff I'm used to hearing you do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I love Star. I listen to that shit when I'm just driving on the 405. I obviously right with it, but I think Star to me is like one of my favorite songs that you've done. Just because, you know, it make you feel like you that dude, right? But when I'm listening to this project, I'm listening more as like, oh, when I'm Two for Real 2, when I'm listening, I'm like, oh, Kalan is giving me pieces of him, right? I was listening to Never Lose You. To me, I want to get into that one too. And then Pray, I want to get into that one because those are two that stood out to me as far as being like a personal perspective from Kalan, right? So Never Lose You, were you talking about, is that where'd the motivation for that song come from?
Come on.
I'm just asking.
It's real life. That's really happening. That really happened.
Okay, so that's based on true story. All right, so let me ask you this. Throughout the last, let's say your life started to change, but okay, let's go back 2-3 years. What do you think the biggest loss you suffered within the last 2-3 years? Within like being within the music business, since your life has kind of gotten a little different.
The biggest loss?
Yeah.
I don't think I have like anything bad that's been going on. Everything's been extremely positive in my life.
That's what's
you
up.
know, nothing is drastic. Like, you feel me? Like, I got like family issues and stuff like that. Like, I'm probably losing friendships and stuff like that I never thought that I would.
That's what I'm asking about. That's
probably like that. That's probably like just really just how people come at me is different. You know, like people be scared to talk to me and stuff like that, and just like getting comfortable. Like a lot of people be uncomfortable with me now. That's been comfortable with me my whole life. You know, people say little things that like bother me sometimes, but not too much. But I just take a lot of stuff personal. That's me as a person. Like people be like, "Oh, you acting Hollywood," or you feel me? So I don't answer the phone and shit like that. Like, you feel me? I get you like joking, but you're not joking. You know? You feel me? Like, so it's just like, all right, like, come on, fool. You can only say that shit so many times before I start feeling like you feel some type of way. What's on your mind? What's going on? You know? But I don't really pay it too much mind because it's like, bro, only person write my checks is BMI. You feel me? And Roc Nation. That's the only person I'm worried about. As long as they ain't got no problem with me, I'm good. I'm like, shit, I'm having fun. I'm having the time of my life. Ain't nobody knock me off my high horse. Like, and I'm not no don't feel like I'm no bad guy. So you feel me? I don't really be doing too much wrong. You feel me? And I don't wish no bad on nobody. So you feel me? Everything that come to me, it be genuine. You know, so I appreciate it rather than feel like I deserve it. I'm owed it. I appreciate it. You feel me?
No, I'm asking because I know that there's a lot of young people probably coming up, and they could probably, benefit from hearing what you just said. Like as far as
no, definitely. You just gotta watch your energy. You know, like you gonna know. You gonna know what's going on. You gonna feel it, and if you ever get that feeling, you feel me. At the end of the day, you a adult or a man or woman. You feel me, and you can always voice your opinion, how you feel. Don't nothing change how you feel. You feel me, and if it make that person, if that like alters the relationship between you and that person, you feel me. You gotta live with what happened. Because if you didn't feel no type of way, then you would have never, you feel me? If it didn't need to be addressed, you would have never addressed it.
I feel that.
So you just gotta run with it.
The song Pray, to me, you touched on, like, it was like family mentioned in that song. Like you touched on a lot of different things. And then what stood out to me though was you said you hope your mom pray for, you said, I hope my mom pray for you before she prayed for me.
Yeah.
Now, what did you mean by that specific? Like you was
talking. I'm not gonna let you get me. I'm gonna get you first. Yeah, that's. I hope she pray for you, because if you trying to like play foul with me, because like I'm a good guy. I don't be bothering nobody.
Like, I don't want no problems. So, no problems.
I be chilling. But if you trying to like act like you want to be tough, all right, you feel me? I'm not no punk. Like, you feel me? It's nothing sweet about nothing over. I just sing. That's all that. They just sound better than me rapping. That's the only reason why I do it.
Yeah, I remember somebody told me that. Who told me that? Damn, I wish I could remember who told me that you used to rap.
Probably Reason.
Reason told me. Reason told me that you used
Reason,
to rap.
the first person to ever tell me to sing.
That's what he told me.
Yeah.
Reason told you to be a singer, not a rapper.
He said, bro, you need to sing more. You need to sing. That's what you need to do.
Why did he tell you that?
Because I had made a singing song, and I sung a hook for him, bro, probably when I was in like 10th grade. Like my first time ever messing with auto-tune ever. The Reason lived behind me. Like he lived like down the street, but behind me, like a couple houses down.
Mm-hmm.
So behind my mom's crib. But yeah, I used to like just like play around with the auto-tune, but I would never like make it, put out a song, you feel me? So I had made some songs, and he had heard them when we used to record in the same garage at my homie house. So yeah, he was like, bro, you gotta sing. And I never listened to him until like some years later. Like,
and look how it paid off.
Yeah, for real.
when you was rapping, and did he told you to sing because the rapping wasn't good, or because the singing sounded better?
The singing sounded better.
Got you.
He's just so like, bro, you can rap, but like, yo, singing shit, bro, that's gonna be you. Watch. He's just be like, that's where you gonna blow up. You gonna blow up. Watch.
That's crazy.
I'm like, man, hell no, this nigga crazy. This shit is auto-tune, all right. I don't know what he's talking about. This don't sound like how it's supposed to sound.
Damn. So
this
when
shit
you were
not mixed, none of that.
When you were rapping, were you going by Kalan.FrFr also? Like, was it always the name?
Nah, I used to go by Young K.
Oh, Young K. Okay. So
yeah,
if people look up like on YouTube or something like anywhere, could they find Young K music?
Yeah, I hope they don't, bro. But yeah,
oh man,
it's some stuff up there.
Hold up, bro.
Hey man, don't do that.
I thought the power. Look, I thought the powers that be would have probably already, you know what I'm saying? What's that thing from the
y'all actually played my music before a long time ago on radio. Yeah.
Oh, you got me wondering
it's called it's from by Mac Squad a long time ago. Y'all remember G-Mac, Roc Nation?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to be with, we used to all rap together. We was in the same little group.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who don't you know? You named about 7. You named about like 7 to 10 niggas that you either did a song with, knew, live by,
I be around, man.
Cooked for. You know what I'm saying? Like it's you know a lot of people, but I think that's why people sharing the success, because you really an accessible person. People know you, so I can see why people are celebrating with you, man. Like that's so dope.
Appreciate it.
So when the news came through for you, obviously the Roc Nation deal, we were celebrating within ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I do radio in different markets across the station, not just LA. And that was one of my best revelations, like recently, like being able to kind of tell the world about who you were and where you come from or whatever the case may be. But how was it for you when before the announcement, when you first get the, hey, this is going down, and then signing this, making it official? Like what was the thought process? What was going behind your mind?
Oh man, me and the homies just cracking jokes like, you gonna wake up with 10 million followers? Watch. You gonna be a star. Watch.
Gonna be at your house.
Hit you up. Watch.
Yep.
Hey, you gonna be at Hove house?
We were saying the dumbest shit in the world, and it didn't happen. But it was cool though, because it was just like, damn, a lot of people. I got to see how many people have been like rocking and really proud of me, and really like been there. Like I just watching people talking about like, man, I've been a fan of your music since you was young K. Like reading those comments and stuff like that. And like, man, I remember you going to school. Like, I remember you doing your first show at the observatory. Like, I remember you buying tickets from a show. Like, I remember you sending me your music on Twitter. Like, that's crazy. Like, full circle. Like, people posted screenshots of me performing, like promoters and clubs and stuff like that. And people I ain't talked to in years, but like, it was cool to see like they still tapped in and then they still like fuck with me and then and they're proud of me, So it's warm. Because I really appreciate everybody that's like helped me on the journey. So I'm happy they're proud of me. I was glad it wasn't, a lot of those relationships in the past, like, you feel me? I understand that they business, but the way the support and the love that I be getting, I understand what a lot of people, for me, it ain't always business.
Yeah. No, I think people are genuinely happy and proud of you, because I think it's different, to be honest with you, just coming from Chuck and our growth over the years. I think when people see it and it happens in front of them, real time, they appreciate it differently. And I think everybody saw yo shit, like you said, going to the garage with Reason, and then Young K, and then the Side Nigga Nation, and then this, and then boom, and now Roc Nation. So it's like, I think that when people can see the whole shit and happen right in front of them, I think they appreciate it differently.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then also, I wanted to correct something, because Pooh hit me up and he told me about the studio session. And I don't remember what studio session that I was there for, but Pooh told me about the session with you and Chris doing Right With It. So I don't remember which one I was there for, but I just wanted to correct that. But then also, did you know that, I forgot who it was. Damn, I forgot. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank right now. But there was there were two people from Roc Nation that was in the crowd that saw you perform at BET, at my stage at BET.
Yeah.
Did you know that they were there that day, or did you find out later?
I didn't know Sherry was there, but I had already been knowing Earl. Sherry, she's the president.
Sherry, yep.
So, but Earl was there, and Earl is like, I've been knowing Earl forever. Earl was my A&R. So like, he was just like, oh yeah, you finna perform and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I'm finna go in a minute. We was just chopping it up. It was normal. And then I performed, and we did everything was going up and stuff like that. He called me the next day, like, what you doing? I'm like, shit.
What you doing?
Yeah, nothing. Chilling. What's up? Like, I'm finna take you to lunch. I'm like, all right. He picked me up. No, I mean, I met him at Roscoe's. He said, yeah, Sherry was in the crowd. She like you.
Wow.
I told you. He said, I told you a long time ago I was going to sign you. Watch. That's what he said.
Wow.
Yeah, I met Earl probably like 3 years before that.
When you found out Sherry was in the crowd, though, like, I think, because for me, I had no idea. Like, you never, when you do shows, like, it could be my BET stage, it could be Coachella, it could be the Real Street Fair, whatever it is, you never know who's in the crowd.
Never know.
You never know. So I think that is also to your credit that you perform. Like, I've seen you do little shows where it's just there ain't that many people, and I saw you do a big stage where it's pandemonium, right? Screaming girls. I went to your show. I don't know if you remember, but I went to your show. It was downtown LA, I think. And it was people hanging off of shit. And it was just girls losing their mind in the front. I think your mom was there. Was your mom there?
Yeah, she was faded too. He was the only one cussing people out.
Yeah. And so
It was a good time.
I've seen you perform in different arenas, different ways and stuff like that. And you always give it all every time. And so I think that's also to your credit that even though, you know, Sherry and Earl, they wanted to sign you anyway, but I think the way you perform, no matter who the crowd is, I think that's also to your credit.
Man, thank you, man. It's just like, bro, like I said, everything's bigger than, you know, just you. You feel me? Than just me and just you. You know, like that was your show. You took a chance on me. You put me on there. You feel me? Why not perform?
I feel you.
I ain't gonna embarrass you. You feel me?
Nah.
You took a chance on me. You feel me? And I took a chance with knowing that you was gonna bring the crowd. You brought the crowd out so you feel me? Everybody in that crowd didn't know who I was that day. But you feel me? I probably walked away with 100,000 more or less shit. I walked away with a lot more than a lot of people walked away with that day. So you
facts. That's a fact.
It was something crazy, but it's just like, man, you know, if you're gonna do this, I want to, like, my favorite artist ever, Michael Jackson.
Word.
So it's just like, you know, I got Michael Jackson tatted on me.
Oh,
like
snap.
Yeah, I got his feet moonwalking.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's just like, man, you gotta work, bro. I want to be a star one day, you know? And then up there, I just be like, my mama used to say, like, when I was little, like, they got videos and stuff, I used to dress up with my glove on and all of that. I used to be dancing. I can sing like I was Michael Jackson and just playing all the time. But like I do that shit every day. I gotta get dressed. I gotta put it on. My grandma sit up and just watch me. She'd do it. Go ahead. She just be watching me do it all day. My mama was looking at me when I performed that day in Vegas. And she was on the side of the stage and I looked over, she was crying hard. I'm like, what's wrong? You feel me? She was like, you just look like a little kid. Like, when you was a little kid playing, like you just look like you having fun. And I just had to realize, bro, like my favorite thing ever is performing. So it's just like, damn, I just doing what I've been doing, just playing. Like, you feel me? I'm just having a good time. That's just fun to me. That's why, and I feed off energy. So the fact that I actually have people that listen to my music when I'm performing, like that's the best feeling in the world, you know?
Now going back to the early days of that, man, you talking about playing around with it, but when did you start taking it serious? When did you say, okay, this might be something I actually want to do? You know, obviously probably starting with the rapping, but you know, that you were like, yo, I want to do this for real.
No, I was playing football, but maybe in like my second year, third year of college, I was like, I got kind of over football. I wasn't in love with it like I was. You feel me? So I start focusing more on music because I started making money off music. Like I was getting little TuneCore checks, little 700,000 here, 1,000 there. I'm like, oh,
wait. Say that slower. It sounded crazy what you just said a second ago. 700 here and there. You said 700,000. I was like, whoa,
$700.
Yeah.
I was in college. That shit was the shit to me.
Hell yeah.
I'm finna go crazy. Good noodles all week. Go crazy. I might go out to eat, but I was making a little money, and then I was doing shows in San Diego, but like while I was still in school. So I was playing football and making music at the same time, but I kind of was slow with the music. You know, you can't get both your all. You feel me? If you're trying to chase your dream, both of those are dreams. You trying to chase your dream, you feel me? You gotta focus up and focus in on that dream. You gotta take stuff one time at a time and really give it your everything. You feel me? That's how I feel like that's what made me successful, me giving it my everything. And I never gave my everything to both while I was doing both, you know? Something gotta suffer. It's like having two girlfriends. I look at it like that. You feel me? One of them gonna feel unloved. So we're really me getting in, like, this shit like a prophecy or something like that. I don't know, man. Like somebody wrote it on the wall or something. Like me going to jail, I thought that was gonna fuck my life up. But it actually was the best thing because I stopped playing football so I could focus on music. So it was like everything happened for a reason. So I'm just, you know, like I just roll with the punches. For real. So.
What'd you go to jail for?
I had gotten in some trouble like while I was at school. After I like just BS and got in some trouble. Yeah.
So just wasn't focused up. Go ahead. My bad.
No, I'm gonna ask you, did you feel like, because a lot of people say that saved their life, right? Different things. Oh, sports, right? Athletics saved my life, music saved my life. you just mentioned three of those things, right? Jail, athletics, and music. Which one do you think is the most responsible for the trajectory of your life at this point?
Football.
Football.
Yeah, because it taught me how to deal with people. You feel me? How it taught me how to deal with situations is like, you feel me? Playing football, you're gonna get your heart broke.
Right.
You're gonna get your heart broke. Bad. You feel me? Everybody, like I look at it like this, in Pop Warner, there's gonna be about 500 kids out there. You're gonna have about maybe like 60 kids, 30 to 60 kids on your team. 20 of y'all gonna play in high school. 7 to 10 of y'all gonna play in college. Maybe not one of y'all gonna go to the NFL. And that is what it is.
Yeah, that is crazy when you break down the numbers like that.
And you're gonna play and you're gonna keep playing and keep playing and keep playing and get that shit all your time and all your heart just so you could stop.
Damn.
I feel that.
You feel me?
I feel that.
And you gotta know, like, you feel me, what you working for. And at the same time, everything is not gonna go your way. It's gonna always be somebody bigger, stronger, faster, you feel me? So you gotta make the most of your opportunities. When you get an opportunity, this is what I learned. When you get an opportunity, you make the most of it and you be ready for it.
Yeah.
That's what football taught me, for real. And it taught me it's just like, don't take no as an answer. You feel me? You can't take no as an answer. Well, like, it's no reason to say I can't. If I can't, it's nothing that you shouldn't be able to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's a will, it's a way. So you just gotta work for it.
How was mom's looking at this the whole time? Because if I tell me if I got the timeline right or wrong, right? You going to college. You went there for a scholarship too, right? You had a scholarship to college. All right. Did you complete it or no?
Yeah, I graduated.
Okay. So you graduated
in between that stage. So
you getting in trouble, still graduated. But then at this point, the music started to take off. No,
I wasn't even taking off. So like a year, not maybe like 6 months. I had told when I came home from school, I came home and I moved out of my apartment in July. And I came home for like 2 days and I was like, hey, Mom, I'm finna move to Atlanta. Like, I just like, when I was like, I'm finna move to Atlanta.
What?
Yeah.
I was like, I'm finna move to Atlanta with my homie and like, we finna figure it out. And I'm like, just give me like 6 months. I'm not gonna get a job for like 6 months. I said, give me a year. And then I said 6 months. She said, I'll give you a year. And I was like, just like, you feel me? Just work with me. Like, you feel me? I'm gonna make sure I give you a little money here and there and stuff like that. I just need to figure me out for a minute. Just give me a year before I get a job. And then I already had just, like, you feel me? I had just got out of, like, you feel me? I got an F, so I can't do nothing. I can't really get no job right now, you feel me? I'm a felon anyway. So it's just like, she was like, all right, you feel me? Don't get in no more trouble because you feel me? You gonna fuck yourself up, you know? Yeah. You already got in trouble, so it was just like, she real supportive. Anything I wanted to do, though, she was gonna help me with, So I moved to Atlanta, and I went to Atlanta for like 7 months, 6-7 months. And just in between that time, like, I just was working on music. And then that's where I did finance in Atlanta. All of those, I did all of those when I was living in Atlanta. And I came back home because, like, I was still fighting my case. I was on and off fighting my case. So I came back home for, like, the last time to fight my case. And I ended up they just extended it for, like, a month or something like that. So I ended up being in LA for a month because I didn't want to keep going back because I thought I was going to have to go back to court or I thought I was going to have to go to jail because they hadn't sentenced me yet. So I stayed in LA. And then, man, they ended up hitting me with the probation. So I didn't have to go. So I didn't have to go back to jail, you feel me? And shit, I met Ray probably like 2 weeks later.
Wow.
Yeah, maybe like 2 weeks later. And then, but finance was steady going up. So like I was doing shows and stuff and performing. I only had one song, but I'm performing my unreleased songs and all of that. So like I was performing a little bit and right with it because it's like they got leaked. So everybody was sending it around to people and shit like that. Like people was having it in their text messages, people playing it at parties and shit like that. Right. So I'm just performing unreleased music. Like I'm getting booked, little 600-700 here, 500 here. You feel me? I'm performing one song out and the rest unreleased. I'm going to do shows in Minnesota, all kind of shit. Like just moving around. Yeah. And then Ray was like, I did a song, then I went to go do a song for Hustle Man. And then Ray was like, yeah, bro, I'm fucking with you. Like, you feel me? He was acting like he wasn't fucking with me at first. But he was like, yeah, man, I'm fucking with you. Like, you feel me? you know, I'm like, shit. I'm like, hey, I ain't gonna lie, Ray. I got about 1 more month before I gotta go get a job or something. So what you doing? He was like, nah, don't even trip. Don't even trip. So, and then he introduced me to Dre. And then from there, I had put my mixtape out. I just uploaded on 2Core, put it out. And then from there on, like I had got booked on that 4th. I dropped it on July 1st. I got booked for a show in Arizona on 4th of July.
Wow.
That's great. 3 days later.
Yeah.
That's wild, man. I think that's a great story because it shows for one that you kind of broke down and had a plan. Even if the plan wasn't solid, you had a plan and presented that to moms. And I think in the back of her mind as a parent, she's like, all right, you know, I want him to do what's best for him, but he's clearly thought this out. So I'm gonna give him that time, that extra little moment to figure that shit out. And the fact that, you know, the timing, universe, God, like everything worked out in your favor in the sense, and it got you going from there. And it kind of goes back to, you know, you talking about her seeing you on the side of the stage now at a big show like that, you know what I'm saying? And it just it makes that moment a little more real, like from somebody that doesn't know you like that.
Boo me on stage.
Yeah, man.
You feel me? So she didn't came from that to watching people sing with me. Like it's crazy. It came full circle. You know, I got angels on me. I would never say I didn't. I don't owe it to it's like a lot of this shit I can't even explain.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? That's why I be rambling in interviews because I don't be knowing how to explain it because it's just like it's an energy. It ain't even. I be thinking so hard trying to come up with something to say about it, and it's really not nothing that I be saying. It's just God, man. Like, yeah, he's just rocking with me.
When it comes to putting your projects and your music together, is it because it's what 12? How many tracks is on?
13.
13 tracks, right? When it comes to putting your projects together, I noticed one thing because I noticed on TWOFR, I think it was only 2 features on there total.
Yeah.
It's Chris and Perico, right? And then on Leak the Tape, there's no features. Yeah. And then on TWOFR2, it's only like 3 features, right? So when you put are you purposely doing that? Like, okay, I want to stand on my own too, or is it just like people wasn't fucking with you, or like how what's your approach to that? Because normally people get a little buzz and they get everybody and their mom on their projects all at once.
I mean. Yeah, no, people know me. I be in my own little lane, man. I be in my own little world. I don't be really too much, you feel me? Everybody that fuck with me, but I'm not pressed to really do no songs with nobody that don't want to work. Like, you feel me? If you're a fan of me and I'm a fan of you, then of course I want to work with you. But if you don't want to, it ain't no pressure. Like, I like my music, you know? So it's just like, I'll put 2 verses on there. I don't have no problem. This shit is fun.
Like I can keep on going.
Yeah, I got another verse.
I'll go 5 minutes.
I noticed that when I was listening to the project, then I went back and I started paying. I was like, oh shit! Like, it's kind of like you kind of really own a lot of your music yourself. And then also shout out to YG because then he did the Right With It remix with you.
Yeah.
I felt like that was a big moment too that you had, as far as I'm just trying to recap because we haven't talked like this in a minute, but I felt like that was a big moment that you had for not because like, oh, you needed a stamp or a cosign or no shit like that, but I felt like it was the city. It was the city being able to take a song that we already fuck with and be like, oh, okay, so we not the only ones that fuck with this. Like,
let's magnify it. Yeah, let's show that the whole city really mess with it.
Yeah. How did that end up getting put together? I don't know if I asked you that before.
Oh man, bro, I've been on Jizzle for a little minute because his brother Cam, that's the homie.
Right.
So it was just like, you feel me? I had, hey Cam, like, hey bro, and then Hustle Man, you feel me? Hustle Man, real close with them and stuff like that. So it's just like, hey bro, you feel me? I'm trying to work. I wanted him to get on finance, honestly. He was supposed to get on finance, and when we got to the studio, he was like, "I'm trying to get on there with Crip nigga." I'm like, like, what are you talking about? Like, he said, "Yeah, blood, I'm trying to get on the Right With It. That was hard. Damn, I want to get on now."
I didn't get that. Oh, Could you try again?
Shut up, Siri.
Yo. Bro, your YG impression is almost as good as mine.
Hey, I was just about to say we had YG on recently, and Head had his. I think you got him beat, bro.
I did my YG impression for YG, and he was like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah, I'm trying to get on the right with it one. That motherfucker hard. Lord. I'm trying to do that one. Yeah, load that up. 400.
Yeah. Hey, that's the clip right there, dog.
That's hella funny, bro.
That's my dog, man.
Yeah, I love Jizzle. That's hilarious.
Cool.
Also, shout out to Mozzie too.
Yeah.
Did you already have a relationship with Mozzie before you went in to get the record done with Cypress? Or
yeah, me and Mozzie already got records,
Mozzie, bro.
Huh?
I fuck with Mozzie, bro. I love.
Yeah,
Mozzie.
that's my brother. We already had records though. Me and Dave are real close, man. Like I be at their studio just hanging out. Like them the homies, like for real. Like I feel they real good people. Yeah. But yeah, like we had already had probably like me, him, and Sally Rue got a record. Me, him, and Trey the Truth got a record. Like we've been work together. That's just the first thing we put out, really. Well, no, not even first thing we put out. That's just first thing I put out with bro.
Yeah, that's your record.
Yeah, but like all the way around, Davo and Mozzie, real good peoples, man. Like you feel me? Not even just on no music shit. Like just like you feel me? Like that nigga sit down and talk real life with you, you know, and helping me understand different moves to make, and you feel me? Like me in there talking, they telling me, okay, yeah, that mean this. Okay, then this about to happen and shit like that. Like you feel me? It's cool to have someone because I don't have nobody like that, you know. So like I never really had a nigga put me up under his arm or nothing like that. So you feel me? That shit like they mad cool. It's love. So
that's what's up.
What's your relationship with Rich the Kid?
I can't say that because G Perico been fucking with me.
True.
Let me take that back. I won't never take that back. G Perico been. That's one person that always, you feel me, always check on me, call me no matter what's going on. You feel me? Perico always been big bro in this.
Yeah, salute to G Perico, man. Talk about the importance of your relationship with Rich the Kid too, because I seen you talking about opening up for him one point and how that was like such an instrumental thing for your career.
Yeah, back in the day, like you know, I had ran into him, so I had got a feature off of him, and I made a song with him and put it out. But yeah, we didn't really have no like real close relationship, but it was just like one of them things we had kept in touch after we did the feature for a little second. But after that, you know, I ain't really talked to him since. So
no, but didn't you play a show at one point with? What'd you say?
Yeah, but that was like years ago. That was a long time ago. That was like 2000, like 2016, 17. Got it.
Okay, I got you.
I'm just surprised you can actually understand what the fuck Rich is saying.
Yeah.
I don't be knowing what Rich be talking about.
He talk like, when he want to talk.
I be like, just text me, dog. Just text me because I don't know what you talking about.
Hey, what's going on, man? Pull up,
bruh. We did two interviews with him. I didn't understand not a word he was saying through the whole time.
I have 2 Rich the Kid interviews that are completely unusable. Like I couldn't do anything with
bullshit.
Hey, I'll send you the 5-minute audio, bro.
Yeah.
Right.
I fuck with Rich.
We fuck with it. He a good dude, but
and he smoked in my goddamn studio, and I was telling him, then white people gonna be mad, bro. Don't do it. He was like, man, I'm good. I know your boss. And he just lit up in the studio. He just started smoking weed. Bro, you are not Snoop Dogg. So I just, it is what it is.
Hey, Kelly, what's the biggest shows you've played? Like as far as how many people?
Probably mine at the Novo. No. What's the biggest show? Probably like Rolling Loud.
Rolling Loud. So was performing in front of that many people, was that more important than selling out your first show in LA? Which one was better to you? Which one meant more?
I can't compare them. They're different moments because it's both things that I like. They both was on my list. The things that I wanted to accomplish, like nothing outweighs anything. Everything is a plus because I don't have to be doing none of this to me.
I ain't gonna lie, bro, and I still got the video right now, bro. That shit was a moment for me.
Yeah.
It was a moment for me, dog, because look.
Hell yeah.
Look at that shit.
Bruh.
I like to go whenever I go to shows and I'm like a fan. Like I wasn't on stage with you niggas. I want to go watch the show, right?
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and I'm looking at this shit like, damn. And I mean it's your show, so you can tell me how you feel after I get this off. But what I'm saying is as the big bro or whatever people look at me as, right? And I'm just looking like, damn, I really fuck with this shit. Like, because it's a moment where you got to think. I'm gonna give you some context to why those shows mean the most to me. Is because when I was coming up as a DJ in the city, a lot of these promoters who be booking y'all told me not to play LA music. They was like, don't play no LA shit. I'm like, what you mean don't play no LA shit? We want you to play that South music so niggas will buy bottles. That's what they told me. I'm like, I'm the wrong nigga. I'll get my laptop and go home. Cause I'm not finna play no LA shit nowhere I go. I went on Sway in the morning and did 30-minute LA set. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not the one. So when I go and I see the shows and I see that you sold out the Novo and I'm watching the show as a fan, I know I wasn't wrong. Mm. And so that's why those shows mean the most to me.
Yeah. That show was crazy to me because like that show was emotional for me because I used to sell tickets like with Droops in them. Like, I used to get tickets from Droops in them and have to like sell them to open up to perform. And then like I done opened up for so many people there, like Young Thug, like the Migos, like a long time ago, Rich the Kid, like Playboy Cardi, like opened up for all of these people like long time ago. Like I opened up for Royce Rizzy. Yeah, at 24.
Damn.
When he was Royce Rizzy, him in Tokyo, I opened up for them. They did a show up there. I had like half my school in that motherfucker. Sold tickets to all of them. Like,
yeah.
Pull up.
But it's just like I remember like them not letting me stay after I perform and like, you feel me, hang out with the artists and stuff because I ain't had the right wristband.
Wow.
Damn.
You feel me? Even if an artist was fucking with me, like, you feel me? Like Royce Rizzy, like Tokyo and 24 was like, you feel me, chopping it with me, like they'd kick you out. You feel me? They used to be like, y'all gotta go, like artist support can't come back here, you feel me? So just like I remember like sneaking around having to like switch wristbands and shit like that so I could stay to see the show and stuff like that. And just like, nigga, I was in charge that night. Like, nigga, I ain't need no wristband. You
right.
Feel me? Yeah. This my shit. Y'all used to be on me. I remember like y'all used to kick me up out of here. Nah, this my shit tonight. You feel me?
Yeah.
This us. They here to see me.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I was that shit just was like man, like I would never imagine ever selling this motherfucker out. Like never. I couldn't have never imagined that. Didn't believe it was sold out when they told me it was sold out. Didn't believe it. I'm like, so I gave away tickets for free or something? Like, I always just had it. I'm like, nah, we really did good like that for real. And I'm just like,
for real?
Yeah, I'm just like, that shit was just crazy just looking at all of them people. Like I cried before the show. Like really? When I like seeing like my name and shit like that, like on the doors and shit like that, I'm like, man, I used to run through here. Like I remember running through here. I remember being in here early, running through like grabbing bottles. Like nigga, I remember the Migos telling me, yeah, y'all can have that shit. Niggas in there grabbing all the bottles and shit. The homies there acting like we was backstage. All kind of shit. I just remember, and they probably don't even remember that shit. They don't remember that shit because it didn't mean nothing to them. But that shit meant the most of the shit to me. Like, you feel me? Like just them times and just like it all just like damn, that shit came full circle. So like, man, it's just a moment. Still just thinking about it. Like I got post pictures up like that show in my house. So like,
yeah, you should.
You know what I like about you, Kalan, is that you seem to appreciate every single moment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
You appreciate it. You hold value into it. It's not to say that nobody does that, but it's just refreshing to kind of see it in real time when the artist goes through that. And it's like, damn, I can see why people gravitate towards you and want to see you win. You know what I'm saying? From the friends to new fans and things of that nature. So man, never lose that about you, bro.
Appreciate it, for real.
We do this thing called Curbside Confessions on the show. We have people call up. We have people call up and tell us crazy stories that they got with Ubers, Lyfts, Postmates, delivery, Amazon. You got any crazy Uber food delivery stories?
Oh man.
Like you go to Atlanta a lot. All right, go ahead.
Atlanta janky as fuck with the Uber Eats, man. That is so fucking janky. I hate that shit. Oh my God. They're like just not deliver it to your house.
What you mean?
Just eat your shit. Just not bring it. They fucking janky, boy.
You lie.
I swear.
So what did they say that they hit the button like they dropped it off to you, but then you can
see said that shit was there. That shit was there. I come out, look outside for my shit. Go next door, go look, see if they dropped it off next door to the wrong one.
Nowhere.
Oh, I go back to the Ubers, talk about, do you want to leave a tip? No.
No.
No, hold my fucking food. What the fuck's going on?
I actually want a refund because I don't see shit.
Bro, Atlanta,
you gotta wait 3 weeks for a refund.
Bro, I don't know what it is about Atlanta, bro. And we got picked up from the airport. We go to the radio station. We on the way from the radio station to the hotel, and the Uber was like, "Hey, I'm finna stop at McDonald's. Y'all want something?" Nigga, no. I want to try to get to the hotel. He stopped at McDonald's, went and used the bathroom, came out eating fries, and was dipping his fries in the sweet and sour sauce like we had all day. Like,
hey, I ain't gonna lie, I got the funniest Uber story in the world. Y'all probably not even gonna believe me, and I don't even think that I should talk about it on here, bro.
Just go ahead.
Bro, it's this like this feminine man picked us up, and it was like we couldn't. I don't know, for some reason, like nigga just didn't call a truck. We just called a regular Uber. I was trying to get over. I think I had put like XL because like I think I had put XL and it was just in the regular trucks. But I think it was a flood or something like that. So didn't no trucks want to come. It was raining hard as fuck. We was in Atlanta. And this nigga picked us up, bro. And he was like really, 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 really feminine, fool. And that nigga had put on that hip swing. Like that nigga. That nigga was slapping that shit loud as fuck. And he was driving so fucking crazy. And we like, hey, bro, slow down. Like, bro, like you tripping, fool. But we laughing, dying laughing because we can't believe this shit going on right now. Like, you feel me? He like, sweetheart, y'all gonna be all. We like, bro, hell nah. Take us back to the studio, fool. Go back to the studio.
Take us back to
Go back to the studio. Go back to the fucking studio, bro. This ride's over.
Yo,
this is over.
So did he take y'all and drop y'all back off?
Nah, fool, because it was like we was just like keep going, bro.
We almost there,
yeah, bro. Drop us off,
bro. That's funny.
And
he made us all get sanitizer. He was doing it like this, like that shit was like, bro, you gotta chill, fool.
It was just extra.
Hey man, it was like out of a movie,
right?
Like,
yo.
Literally, like it was that shit out of a movie. We made George sit in the front with him. Yeah, George had to sit in the front row.
Yo, so we also, I want to close off on this note because again, you're being very intentional. You know, very when it comes to words and things that happen. We always ask, the year can't end without Kalan.FrFr doing what? What's one thing that's on what you trying to manifest? What's on your mind? Like you mentioned things that you didn't think were possible were going to happen, but now you're in this position now. What's one thing that you kind of got your eyes set on? Like, man, I got to make sure that happens. The year can't end without you doing what?
I want to drop another album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to drop another album, and I want it to be a better reaction than this one. That's it. I just want it to be better than the last.
Constant progression.
I'm having fun, man. This shit like, bro, I get paid to make music.
Right.
What the fuck? I don't gotta do shit. I don't do shit. I play the game all day. I fuck off with my homies all day. I do dumb shit. I'm having a time. We throw water on each other. We don't got shit to do.
Well, listen, let me ask you this: when you got your Roc Nation deal, did they give you good insurance? Because you be on that dirt bike, and
yeah. Speaking of yeah, I don't know. I gotta look into that.
I don't know.
Gotta check into that.
Insurance. I gotta talk to some people about that. Ray, Indy.
Yeah, you might want to look into that because you be on one wheel on that dirt bike, bro. You gotta be, you got shit to do. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe if I'm good enough one day I could ride with Meek or something,
Is that could be a goal?
I was just playing, but nah, for real though. Like that'd be hard though. I wouldn't like, you feel me? I ain't no fangirl like that. But that'd be hard though. I'm lying. That'd be hard as fuck.
That'd be hard, bro. You tripping. Hey, last thing. If you had to spell out, this is gonna be a stupid ass question, but if you had to spell out for real, how would you spell it? Would it be F-A, F-O? Have you ever thought about that?
No, like for real.
So it's F-O-R.
Yeah, because people stupid. Like somebody today like was doing like a fucking was like breaking down my album, how they felt about my album, you feel me? No, like pressure, like he said, I sound like everybody else and shit like that. I took it to heart and I let it go. It's whatever. But nigga called me Kalan. Then he said my album was called TWOFR. 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Yes, I'm like, bro, that's not my fucking name. So I quote tweeted him. I said, that's not my fucking name. That's not the name of the album, bro.
Right.
Hey, you get 2 for 2. You know what I'm saying?
2 for 2. So I think I need to just start spelling it out.
Yeah, no, spelling out might be the best thing for you if it's so people
for real. You got to give people the real. Like
there you go.
Yeah. Didn't say anything.
Well, Kalan, man, it's been an honor talking. Nah, I'm fucking with you. Nah, it's been dope hanging out with you, man. I look forward to the success, the progression and everything, bro. Keep doing your thing. You got a home here. We're gonna keep saluting you, keep on lifting you up on this side, bro.
DJ Chuck Norris, I love you, man.
Hilarious.
Yes, sir. DJ Ned.
Yeah, DJ Ned.
DJ Ned.
I'm with all of this.
All right, man.